everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Gen Z podcast. My name is Ines, and today I have with me a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, a soft girl, through and through.
Yeah.
She came in here looking all expensive with her makeup and her nails and her tags, slippers, and hey, sister, calm down for us. And like the full outfits, guys, I can't. Fosuah, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing? How was your week?
I'm good. My week has been busy, but I'm thriving.
Let's get into it. It's busy, Aston. What have you been doing?
Work-wise, I have to do a lot, putting a lot, because I'm sort of like on a restock level.
Okay.
Because I've been on a break for about a week. I just want to have time for myself because I've been working like throughout, like 2 months straight. Yes, because I've been on vacation. So I just want to put a lot in place before I actually go back to school. Yeah.
So you're schooling and you're running businesses.
Yes, exactly.
Bro. I don't have a bone for business in my body. I'm not even lie.
I can imagine.
Because which is very ironic because my mom is into business.
Okay, that's nice.
But I can't.
Why can't you?
I don't like dealing with people. I think that's the biggest thing because on a daily you would have to be like actively talking to customers and suppliers, and I lose my cool very easily. So if things are not going a certain way, I'll just flip. And with business, anything could happen. There could be an accident with like your supplies in the car or on your way to deliver. I can't. No,
Exactly.
I can't.
There's a lot that go into play. So
you have 3 businesses.
yes, I do.
Everybody or most people our age have one. Do you mind sharing your age?
I don't mind.
Okay, so Fosuah is 19 and she has 3 businesses, 3 flourishing businesses.
Correct.
Let's get into that. What do you do? Like, give us information. I know, but then for those who don't know, and if you don't know Fosuah, I have a problem. Because this girl is on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, posting about the things she does and also sharing excerpts of what goes on in her life, which is mostly SOFTLIFing, exploring. She calls it exploring. Going to restaurants to eat expensive food, trying expensive cocktails, all the, soft girl things. So let's get into that. Let's start with your businesses.
Okay, so I own 3 businesses. Black Girls Natural on Instagram. Totally Doted on Instagram as well. And then KCT Ghana. Yes.
Which did you have first? Like, let's get into that. What's your genesis been like? When did you start? Which came first? Give us the whole.
I started with Black Girls Natural. That was around lockdown. Yeah, that period. I was very bored at home, extremely bored and tired of the usual routine. Every day, wake up, do this, and I'm allowed to go out during the lockdown.
Online school.
Yeah, online school. That one was even very boring because there are some times where you're extremely tired and you'd have to wake up at 8 or earlier for a class.
Wear decent attire.
Exactly.
Go and sit behind your phone or your laptop and listen.
Exactly.
Let me keep quiet.
So yeah, I started Black Girls Natural as a page where I just share hair care tips, and videos of how to style short hair because I was now growing my hair from JHS because I
cut your hair for BC.
Yes.
Was that like a rule in your school? Or?
Yeah, you're able to keep your hair from primary up to class 6, but from JHS 1 to 3, you have to cut your hair.
Do you know the annoying thing about that whole the whole rule?
Yeah.
They brought it because we have nappy. Like, it was something instituted by the white women who were running Wesley Girls and whatnot. Like, the initial, what's the word, schools in Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah, the founding SHSs.
Yeah, that's
true. Was that correct English? Forget that. Yeah. So they had them cut their hair to, like, save time and whatnot. And these same people are keeping their hair in our schools.
Exactly.
Because I have a friend who went to Holy Child and she kept her hair. And that doesn't make sense to me. Because how are you keeping your hair and I'm cutting my hair?
Exactly, just because we are black, but
in our own country.
Exactly.
So annoying. But yeah, proceed.
Yeah, so going forward, I used to work with I used to have a business partner I was working with, but then things were not going as planned.
Was it like a 50-50 situation?
Yes, 50-50.
A friend?
Yeah, she was a friend, but now I don't know where
that never works.
I don't exactly.
It hardly works.
Exactly. So it got to a point where like I was actually forcing her to do stuff, but it shouldn't be like that, because with regards to business, it should be like equal efforts.
Because when the profits come,
exactly,
and
it's 50-50 share. So I just told her, I didn't tell her directly. We had a mutual friend and she wasn't coming forth. So I just told her that
tell this person that
she wasn't ready to speak either. So I just had to do what I had to do, and now it's
that's
just
very bold of you, like having a business with a friend. Like
starting was both our ideas.
You used to be nice, like you're a nice person.
Oh,
you were a nice
50-50, yes.
Because a partnership, and you're starting something, and you're both teenagers.
Yeah, exactly.
Girls and their drama, bro.
You can imagine.
So you took it up and then you started building it on your own.
Yeah, so it wasn't initially a business. It was just like a page where we used to share haircare tips, how to style your hair this way, how to go about this, and then we just thought of it to like make it an official business aside posting tips and all of that. Yeah.
So from that point where you so deciding to start making haircare products was an idea that you had on your own?
Not on my own. We both decided to do that point.
So when did the split happen?
That was, I think, when I entered SHS 2. Yeah, okay. That was like 2021 or 21. I can't really remember. I think it was
that year was messy.
Either this year or last year. I can't really remember the dates, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then you started doing everything on your own.
My own. So initially we had like just the oils, hair growth oils, and then I decided to like add specific things, include certain things that people wanted but couldn't find easily.
Like what?
Like claw clips. Claw clips are very hard to find here. Even if you find, they're going to be like very expensive, or you're not going to get like variety you would want. Yeah. So I decided to like add it, get a supplier, add it, and then move from there.
That's really interesting. Yeah. Did you start your haircare business with yourself in mind, or because you wanted to give, or you wanted to cater for a certain market? Was it because
initially, I started it because initially I had extreme dandruff and I couldn't like find products that actually worked for me, because if I was even to find a product that was going to work for me, it was packed with chemicals. I don't want to mention names, but like packed with chemicals. You use it for a while and then you have so many problems.
So you had to do your research.
Yes, I had to do my research, find ingredients that really worked without chemicals, using natural products only, mixing certain oils, doing this, doing that. Yeah.
In terms of studying like what to put in your hair, does that have anything to do with what you're studying in school, or it's like completely different? What are you studying in school?
MIS, Management Information Systems.
So that's tech
based, more of like aligning business with tech. Yeah, so it's like business and tech together.
So that's kind of what you do?
Yes, that's kind of what I do, but like in the field of what I actually do, it helps me to know how to go about certain things.
Okay.
And apply more technical aspects to my business, make it better in the sense of designing, doing this, doing that online, etc. And knowing how like the online space works.
Okay, let's scale back again. You've given us a bit of background on Black Girls Natural. So when did Totally Doted and K-City come into the picture?
So Totally Doted was, I think I was about to write my WASI. Yeah, around that time. And I had learned, and I was like really bored. So I was in my room. I remember I was on my bed.
You had learned and learned for what, and you were bored.
I was like, oh, I'm tired of learning. Then let me just relax on my bed
and your relaxing was looking for.
It was like one night,
bro.
One evening. I wasn't looking
in school
per se.
or at home.
In school, in school.
In school, you had the space to think of.
Yes, I was on my bed, and then I was
That's insane.
I was just like, thinking, after WASI plans, what am I going to do? You know that thing. Mine was not like solely enjoyment, because I don't have
the after WASI, like, I'm going here, I'm going there. Not I'm going to start a business. Exactly. That's really, okay.
So I don't really plan to enjoy. I just go with the flow, however I go. So I didn't have plans for enjoyment. I just decided to like add on to what I already started for my businesses. So I used to sell tote bags in school, but then I realized that the tote bags I was selling, I was getting it from another person. Okay. So the ones I was selling were not I'll not say we're not of good quality. They were not up to standard.
You're shading in the sense, someone who used to sell for.
I was not shading, but I'm not shading, but you see, the cotton fabrics have like, they gather lint after some time.
Yeah.
So I realized that, no, I can't use the same kind of fabric. I have to like, if I want to start something, I have to do more research, find something I want to do. So I had like this mini notepad I used to write everything in. I think I told my parents about it or so, and then they were like, I should relax. You know how parents are relaxed. Yeah. And then we see you can do all of that. You can think of all of that. You can put plans in place. So yeah. So I started writing everything, not cutting fabric, this, that. So it was before my WASI that I actually put plans in place. So after WASI, we finished WASI, I think in September.
Okay.
Yes, either September or early October. So after that, as soon as I was done, I went to the market, looked for fabrics. I used to use another kind of fabric before I branched into this.
What fabric do you use?
I used to use satin fabric, but now it's a thicker form of fabric. I've forgotten the name, but then we have a supplier now.
Okay.
So the woman gives it to us, so I don't have to go there now. But at first it was really hectic because I had to go myself
and look for that specific fabric.
That specific one. So now that we found somebody, it's easier for me, and then I moved along from there.
So Black Girls Natural was first.
Yeah, totally do attend the KCT.
Tell us about KCT.
So KCT was like, I realized that people were selling phone cases for extreme prices, and the cases can be like 150, 200, 160, and I'm like, for this case, and I'm like, I think I can do better and find affordable cases for people, like not just affordable, quality as well, and include other items that are trendy and people would want, like the claw clips, clip-on lights. Yes, clip-on lights, and then tripods, because I realized clip-on lights were extremely
people sell that thing for like 400.
Exactly.
And I'm like
400, 500, 600. I'm like, why are you doing
600?
That? Yeah, 600. Somebody sells clip-on lights for 600 Ghana cedis, and I'm like, why? Bro. It's so extreme. You're like, that's triple the actual price, and you want to make 3 times your profit. How is that possible?
But the thing is, most business minded individuals feel like when something is rare on the market, that shoots up its valuability.
Yeah, and
so then they rip you off.
Yeah, you shouldn't be greedy, because people might see
it somewhere.
Guys,
I said don't be greedy.
People might see it somewhere. They might see it for like $10, and that's like, okay. And they convert, and they're like, wow, why would you like come and sell something? We understand that we all want to make profit. We all want to make money of our hard work, but then you don't go extreme where you can actually make it affordable for people to buy.
That's really wow, because I've not heard anyone speak like this, because usually when people have businesses and they're selling something that's not very common on the Ghanaian market, their immediate thought process is, since it's not common, let me just make all my money off this. So that's really mature.
Thank you.
We've spoken about how can you give us a timeline for all these businesses? So Black Girls Natural started, say, 2019.
2019.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then Totally Doted.
Totally Doted was 2022.
Okay. And KCT is 2023.
Afterwasi was 20. I'm trying to remember.
2022.
Yeah, 2022, and then KCT is 2023.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, before I go to my next, topic, in terms of like putting product in your hair, personally, I'm too lazy to put anything in my hair.
Yeah.
I put in just like shea butter and I'm gone.
Yeah.
And I don't like having my hair out because Ghanaians. Hey, is your hair real?
Yeah,
and
can I touch your hair? Hey, your hair is plain to you.
They're pulling it off your scalp.
Yeah.
And it's like, so yeah. People like me have a hard time like going in for hair products and whatnot. So what is your selling point for your brand, Black Girls Natural?
Yeah.
What would you tell someone like me?
Okay. You should know that once you want... People naturally grow hair easily without having to use anything. But you should also maintain the natural giving hair you have.
Okay.
Maintain it in the sense that there might be a point where your hair might just stop growing, stunted growth with regards to your hair. You have to at least try to maintain it. If you are in braids, try and oil your scalp, because once your scalp is dry, you tend to develop dandruff on your scalp, flaky scalp, dandruff, and you might try and reason out what's really going on. But you just have to maintain your hair to like keep it for longer or prevent certain things from happening to your scalp. Yeah.
Okay, that's really specific.
Yeah.
Now I know more. We'll see.
Yeah, you should consider.
I feel like the whole stress, because already I had like a tough time with like clearing my acne. So then it's like hair, skin. Before you sleep, you have to go through all these routines.
Yeah. It's worth it. Well, when you see the results, it's actually worth it.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
Just consider. Try it out. Give it a shot.
Sure. I'm coming to Black Girls Natural. Okay. In terms of having your capital, what was that like? Because 3 businesses. I'm guessing with Case 30 and Totally Doted, you could kind of diversify from the profits you made from Black Girls Natural.
Yeah.
But starting with Black Girls Natural, what was your process with raising your capital? Was it from your parents? Was it money you'd saved?
Okay.
What was that process like? Because it's hard. Most people have business ideas, but then how to put that into fruition is always an issue. Because you can have an idea, but then if you don't have someone to fund it, then
actually. So it was more of like money I'd saved from
birthdays.
SHS. Yes,
birthdays,
SHS. Like my whole life doing nothing. I just put money together. Because I'm not a spender. I'll prefer to like
be
plow
spoiled.
back. No, not like plow back my money, get returns, and use my returns rather to like spend on whatever I want. So I don't spend my immediate money. I spend what I have plowed back. So it's like more of like doubling your money and spending what you've doubled on. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. So it was more of like money I'd saved, put together, and then I said, oh, let me just look for somewhere I could buy containers, buy this, buy that, and then start with. When I make profits, then I can diversify.
Okay. So I saw something on your story and you were kind of reminiscing of the first ever container.
Yes, very small. So that was like a major disappointment. One of the things that really drew me back. Because for the size, you see, I was not really good with sizing of containers. And in pictures, they looked really big. So
where did you get them from? Amazon or?
No, I ordered from an online lady here. Because at that point, I didn't want to like put so much money into shipping. Yeah,
because you're starting.
Yes. So I said, okay, let me start small. I got this Instagram handle and I said, oh, let me just look for maybe something I'd want. So I checked and the containers they looked really big, and I said, okay, let me order. I think I quite remember I ordered like 30 pieces or so. I said, okay, let me get 30 pieces and start with. When they came, I was so disappointed because they went to my business partner first before I actually saw them. So when they delivered, I was like, this wasn't the size I got. They were like, oh, this is the size and blah, blah, blah. You can check, confirm. I said, okay, no problem. We would try and use it like that. So I said I was not going to let that let me down because you have put money into it. You're not going to give us a refund. Then I included like refill bags.
Yeah.
I how should I even say it? I found a very nice idea behind all of it, and I said I was going to use Ziploc bags as refill bags. So with the little container you have, once it gets done, you can just refill the small container from the Ziploc bag. Do you understand? Yeah. Just so it wasn't like the size is too
ripping them
little
off and whatnot.
Yeah. But it wasn't anything pricey at that point. I think it was about 20 to 25 CDs. Forgotten the price. Yes, that's how much we were selling it for then. That was 2019.
And how much is it now?
Now it's a 50 ml container, and it is 70 CDs.
Okay, so if you want
250 ml rather. Yes.
Okay, so if you want like the whole package, you want hair oils, you want
so it's just we do the Ayurveda combo. That is 130.
What does Ayurveda do? Because there was this craze about it in like 2020.
Yeah.
Specifically with like influencers like Amaberland.
Yeah.
And people were buying and then putting. What's that whole?
So Ayurveda is more of like, it's originated from Chad and some areas of India. So it's like a mixture of herbs, spices, and other ingredients that like they
stimulate hair growth.
Yes, not just hair growth. They used to cure sicknesses as well. So it's like you look for specific things that are directed towards hair growth, maybe solving hair related issues and all of that. Yeah,
that's interesting because there was a point where even in school people would bring like the Amaberland whatever, and then be putting it, and it's like, why are you doing this to yourself? But in terms of having your family and friends patronize your business, what's that like? Because in Ghana, for some reason, with most business owners, it's common for a family member or a friend to come up to you and say, okay, you know that we are family. If I win, you win. So if you're giving me your stuff to, what's the word? Like publicize for you or show like whatever impact your product can do. We are both winning. So have you had those experiences, and how did you deal with them?
Luckily for me, I have very supportive parents, very supportive friends as well. So I've never really had or experienced any instance where somebody will come up to me as a friend or a family member and tell me that, oh, let me have this, don't worry, I'll promote it for you for
the
free.
Strangers rather.
It's the strangers rather, always the strangers. And it's really something for me, because even my friends and family don't do that. They actually pay in cash, or even if they don't have cash, mobile money, whatever ways you're going to pay.
So let's go into that. Entitled customers or entitled people that feel like you owe them your business and you need to give some kind of reparation. What's that been like? Because obviously people are hectic, people are toxic, people are stressful. So being a business owner, you've obviously come into contact with individuals who are like, bring your thing and let me promote it for you. Give us like detailed experiences.
Don't worry. Okay. So
you can even mention names, I don't mind.
I beg you. So for certain people can come up to me and be like, oh, I bought 2 tote bags. Can I have like 1 extra? Don't I get 1 extra? Don't I get a discount? And I'm like, oh no, that's not possible, because people even buy 5, 6, 7, as much as 8 tote bags continuously, plug their friends to come and buy, and they don't even ask for discounts, any kind of freebies or whatever it is. But some people come up to you and send me your supplier's number, and I'm like, oh, how can you?
Because they want to come and compete within your business.
Exactly. And the thing is, I am my own supplier. I've made it in such a way that you can't just get up and find what I do or what I have without actually doing research. So I'm not going to give it to you on a silver platter, because it took me a plane ticket to actually find the right, how should I even say it, the right fabric. Aside going to like a local market to search, I had to find a supplier outside, compare, do a lot of research. It was really hectic in the beginning. It took
her a plane ticket.
Exactly.
So where are we talking?
So I went to Dubai. That was like last year after Wasi, to like find herbs, oils, source like natural and fresh powders as well, because here, they ship it here, and some of them keep it in store for like 3 months, 4 months, because they buy in bulk.
Yeah, and then when they bring it out,
exactly, it's supposed to be freshly used so that you get as much as like you would want to get, like the effect of what you actually want to see from maybe using the oils. So if you come to me and ask me for my supply, I'm not going to give it to you on a silver platter. I'm not going to give it to you at all.
How dare you?
Because it took me a lot of money, time, research to get to where I am and where I want to be. So yeah,
I like that. In terms of you having to deal with very problematic customers, how do you have like the patience and the, because honestly, there was a time where you posted something about some girl, like,
the delivery fee thing,
blasting.
So I think I've forgotten I don't want to mention a girl's name, but she came up to me. But
that day you spoiled her. Christ, you spoiled.
I didn't do anything. One thing you should know about business is once people know
what you can
actually
do,
legit, and people know your worth as a business owner, people know you're doing the right thing, they always stand for you. So I didn't really have to do much talking. She came up to me, she wanted to order a tote bag, and I realized
online or in person?
No, online.
Okay.
Yeah. She came to me, texted me that she wanted to order a tote bag. I said okay. Then moving forward, she made payment, and then I think I told her that for out of Accra deliveries, she'd have to pay a delivery fee of 40 cedis.
Okay.
Because for FedEx, when I'm using a company like FedEx, because that's the only company like I can really trust to send out a package without complications. So I mentioned the cost to her, and then she was like, 40 cedis is too expensive. I can't pay 40 cedis, so refund my money. And I was like, even if you cannot pay, the thing is, we don't do refunds just like that, because you've already told me everything you want. I've started the process. You see, I design before I go on to do whatever I have to do.
You design the whatever you put on the tote bag yourself, right?
Yes. I design what I have to print on the tote bag.
A multifaceted queen, guys.
Yes. So after designing, it goes through a whole process. So at least it takes 4 working days, sometimes 3 working days, depending on how fast and at the time you place your order. So I'd already started going on to the process. Then she comes to me, 4 cedis is too expensive. I can't pay that amount. I want a refund. And I was like, we don't do refunds just like that. So take it easy. We've already started. Once it's ready, we'll send it out to you. Or do you have another option we could use just so it's cheaper for you? She said we should use STC bars to deliver to her. And I was like, we don't do that, because even with that,
it's not reliable.
Exactly. And how sure are you that the cost you're mentioning that the item will be the delivery?
Yeah.
Because before you even pick up your package, you have to pay a certain amount. You take an Uber for wherever you are to go and pick up. Imagine the cost you're going to pay compared to the 40 cedis you're initially going to pay.
So the tote bag was like how much?
It was 90.
So 40. That would be a total of 130.
130. And then imagine SCC taking 30 cedis plus another 30 cedis, maybe from wherever you are to go and pick up. Before you go back, how much you are going to pay. And I was like, we don't do SCC bars, so I'm just going to refund your money. I refunded, and I said, let me check her story, because she wasn't replying after I sent her back her money. I checked her story, and she posted initially, I think a day before, that does anybody know where I could get customized tote bags, quality customized tote bags? And it seemed as if a lot of people had recommended me. So she came to me and she posted that, all of you recommended the same person. So, and she, how should I even say it? She tagged me in that post, but I don't see because of the new Snap updates. Yes. So, she posted that. And then after the refund, she posted that, and you guys shouldn't go and buy from the Fosuah girl. She's a scam. She wanted to rip me of 40 CDs for delivery. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like,
where from you?
I'm like, wow. So I picked her number. You see, she left her number with me because of delivery. So I called her to speak to her about the whole thing, because how can you post I'm a scam when I've refunded your money and we've spoken about everything? What makes me a scam? I called her, spoke to her nicely, and then she was like, and she's not going to take it off her story, blah, 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 blah. I'm ripping her off and she has to make people aware of that. And I was like, hey, what wannabe celeb is this?
So you've refunded
her money, and she went ahead to post it. went ahead to post that I am a scam. I wanted to rip her off for 40 CDs delivery.
No, like it would have made more sense if she posted whatever if you hadn't.
Exactly. If I hadn't given her back her money. So I even sent her a screenshot right after I made that payment back to her.
How are you able to like maintain a level head and deal with it? Because
it's not easy.
And I'm sure this isn't the first time you've had something like this happen.
Not this extreme, but like
that was the most extreme.
Yeah, that was the most extreme. When I've refunded you and you go ahead to post. So I spoke to her about it and I said, sure, if you're not going to take it down, don't worry, I'll handle it my way. So I just took a screenshot of everything with proof.
That
I posted
day was
on my
vibes.
Story. I posted on my story with everything.
What of me was how like people that know you were like reposting.
Exactly.
Because I didn't see it on your story initially. Someone else posted about it and I was like, let me go and see drama. And bro, I couldn't stop laughing. Because well, so what's your end game looking like? What markets do you want to penetrate? Because already you are into hair care, you're into phone accessories, you're into tote bags. What else should we expect Fosuah to like take up?
Okay, so I actually want to stay in that field, but to diversify my products in the sense that going forward, I'll just like add on certain things, do more research. I might go to formulation school, add on maybe shampoos, conditioners, etc. Yeah, and then just climb my way to the top.
I like that.
Yeah.
But in terms of like mixing your products and whatnot, do you do that at home or you have a factory? I
do that at home. Everything is done at home.
You have the space at home.
I have the space at home.
That's actually really comfortable. Yeah. Because some people would have to like leave and go
somewhere else to go and do all of that.
And then the factory conditions and all of that. And hey,
finding even a factory to even do that would be very hectic in Ghana because
there are no small factories.
Yeah, it doesn't come easy and you'd have to pay a lot of money to even use that space. So for now, maintain your home.
This country is hard. Yeah. So as like an official SOFTLIFER, you obviously have your businesses that fund like your lifestyle, exploring and doing whatnot. So how is balancing like? Because then you want to chill, but you also want to make sure that you're on top of your game at all times. Yeah. So in terms of balancing, balancing is a really big deal for me because I have a hard time remembering that, I have to do this, I have to do that. So I like to focus on one thing at a time. So for you, what's that dynamic like? How do you make sure that, okay, even though I am going out, I'm outside, going to the concerts, keeping like tabs on the newest restaurants, I'm still making my money and making sure that the business I've started does not go left in any way.
Yeah, so I have specific days for deliveries in specific. So if I have to make a delivery during the week, I make sure that I free up my time.
And you're home to make sure.
And I'm home to make sure that everything has been received by each customer because some customers can be called and they don't pick. So I have to like call the dispatch, go back and forth. So I just have to make sure that on those days I am home to like do all of that. Aside that, I have like reminders on my phone to do this, to do that, to do this design for this customer. Maybe somebody has placed an order for a tote bag. I have to design before I go on to the next process. So I just make time. Maybe let's say I'm out in the afternoon. I know that as soon as I come home, I'm going to do this. So it's all planned out in my notes. My favorite place, my notes, and then I just set reminders to like help me throughout the day remember certain things because I can't remember everything at a go. I might forget something, so just to be on the safe side, I just use reminders on my notes.
That's amazing. So what do you have to say to people that want to start businesses? Anything to say to aspiring SOFTLIFERs? Anything at all? Let's go.
Don't go big at a go. It doesn't work like that. Start small. Use the little you have. Because if you actually want to start business, you shouldn't rely on anybody. You have a dream. You're expecting somebody else to fund your dream. It doesn't work like that. Use what you have, the little you have. Fund what you can actually do or what you have in mind. And then use that route to like climb to the top. Yes. But then also, don't copy off the ideas of others. Try
Heavy
to
on
make
that.
yours very unique as possible. People sell tote bags all the time, but there should be something unique about yours that would draw customers to you and not others. You should have a name of your own. You can't copy somebody's how should I even say it?
Logo or
Somebody's strategy, somebody's logo, and say it is yours. People will detect. Social media never forgets. So make sure you are always on the right track. Yes, thank you.
one more thing. What you just said brought something to mind. In terms of separating you as a person from your brand,
Yeah.
how does that dynamic work?
So, in my business space, if you're my customer, I expect that you address me in the business line. I do not like for people to assume they know me based on what they've seen on social media or off my personal pages.
Interesting.
Although I use my personal pages as a forum for me to advertise what I do, but I don't expect that a customer will address me as a friend. We can be friends, all right, if we've had a communication for a long time. And people can actually attest to the fact that certain customers turn friends.
Yeah.
But then we should all respect ourselves no matter what. Let's keep it on the business level. Don't try to disrespect me in any way because
You come for
it's
them.
going to be... Yes, so, yeah. We should use the business route and not just divert into being friends all of a sudden. It doesn't work like that.
Thank you very much for
You're
your
welcome.
time. Thank you for honoring our invitation.
You're welcome.
Any last words, anything?
I think that'll be all.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much for listening to Gen Z. It's been amazing getting to know Fosuah's business through her because, yeah, I've been seeing the amazing work you've been doing and,
Thank you.
yeah, it's good to, know the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has been Ines signing out.